And here's tonight's starting lineup for the Las Vegas Lights FC. Please welcome their captain, number 6, Charles Adams. In goal tonight, number 56, Rico Arozarena. Number 2 is Grayson Duty. Number 8, Coleman Gannon. Number 16, please welcome Usman Jabang. Number 20, Sean Smart. Number 22, Joseph Hafferty. Number 26, JC Ngando. Number 27, Valentin Noel. Number 33, Gennaro Negro. And number 90, Corey Bennett. The Las Vegas Lights are led by head coach Dennis Sanchez with assistant coach Ivan Merkovich. Tonight's match ball is being delivered by season ticket member Dorian Silker. Please welcome Dorian to the field.
After 232 days and 396 games, we have reached Decision Day, the last day of the regular season of the USL Championship. Tonight from WakeMed Soccer Park is the game with the most at stake as North Carolina FC, who have won 5 of their last 6 home games, takes on their final Western Conference foe, the Las Vegas Lights, and it's here on ESPN Plus and Cozy TV. There are so many implications in this fixture in both conferences. In the West, the field of 8 is finalized and all that's left is the seeding. Las Vegas sits in second with 50 points and battling with Sacramento, Colorado Springs, and Memphis with a chance to host a playoff game next week. In the East, North Carolina FC sits in 8th place, a point above Hartford. The math is simple. Win and you're in. A huge opportunity for NCFC in their first year back in the USL Championship. Dean Linke along with the great Andrew Tate, and I like keeping the math simple. Win and you're in.
Absolutely, Dean, and it should be an electric atmosphere here today at WakeMed Soccer Park. I think it's going to be an electric game. Both of these teams in goal-scoring form. They've got 10 goals in the last 5 games, and for the home team, got to find a win. For Vegas, they want to clinch the number 2 seed in the Western Conference.
Andrew, speaking of great form, Rodrigo da Costa, Olex Anderson Jr., great form.
Absolutely. And Rodrigo da Costa, speaking of John Bradford, signed him for his ability to create goals and score. And it was his final pass last week that was the difference in the team getting 3 points against Tampa Bay. Olex Anderson Jr. has just tied the all competitions goal-scoring record for North Carolina FC, 35 with Brian Shriver. He is in the rich vein of form, the peak of his career, and looking to try and go one better today and break that record all on his own.
On the other side, for the Las Vegas Lights, John Bradford really rates Joseph Hafferty.
Yep, Seattle Sounders Academy player. Last year was at Austin FC and MLS Next Pro. Helped that captain that team and helped them to the title. So a really talented player, centre-back, right-back, doesn't matter where he plays, really good on the ball, and he'll be a player that will look to build and also shut down Alex Anderson Jr. today.
One tough note for North Carolina FC. Mikey Maldonado is out. Louis Perez is going to play that all-important position. North Carolina FC, win and you're in. Taking on the Las Vegas Lights. We'll have the lineup and the kick when we return.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are. So getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park Shield Night in collaboration with NCFC Youth. That means a big crowd for the final game of the season with so much to play for. Dean Link with Andrew Tate. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for John Bradford's North Carolina FC selection.
It's been a hot month for North Carolina. 3 wins already. They're looking to try and make it 4 today. One big change for the home team is in the middle of the park with Louis Perez coming in for Mikey Maldonado, misses out with an illness. Big blow for the home team. Mikey Maldonado's long throw, set-piece delivery, and he's also played the most minutes. So it'll be really interesting how this group goes about making up for that change. But that front three of Anderson Jr., Conway, and DaCosta will be a hot ticket.
All right, well done, Andrew. We'll take a look at the starting lineup out of the Western Conference for Las Vegas Lights FC.
And the number 2 team in the West, Las Vegas Lights, have had a really rich vein of form. Just one defeat in their last 9. They come into, they make 4 changes. Out go Marks, Pinzone, Asante, and Howell through injury. In come 4 players in Adams, Nigro, Azo Zorena, and Corey Bennett up top. So a lot of changes for Las Vegas Lights. They were looking to get back to winning ways after a defeat at home to Oakland Roots last week. So then go into the playoffs, clinch the number 2 seed, and go into it in a rich vein of form.
Las Vegas led by Dennis Sanchez, the head coach, and might have to talk to Coach Sanchez because it's one thing to make 4 changes. It's another thing to make them with 4 names that are impossible to say.
I couldn't agree more, Dean. But I think that's in keeping with their season. I mean, they start the season with no players, no staff. So I don't think they were going to start worrying about how you pronounce the names or what they sounded like. But done a great job, Dennis Sanchez. And John Bradford, I think, speaking to him about the job Dennis Sanchez has done, he can relate to that. He put a squad together 3 years ago, and he's built it every single year to get to the point where now he's on the verge of clinching a playoff spot in the USL Championship. So incredible job from both coaches. We'll see who comes out on top today.
Win and you're in. There are a couple other possibilities that I will share with you. North Carolina FC in their all-blue kits. Las Vegas Lights FC in their all-white kits. Another gorgeous night here in Cary, North Carolina. Decision day, USL Championship style. Ezra Armstrong has had a brilliant season. Long throw for Batista, hit there by Rodrigo DaCosta. We've said it before, we'll say it again though. Rodrigo DaCosta, number 16 in blue for North Carolina FC. Incredible career, was one of the first real big signings where John Bradford's like, look, man, we're going to get somebody that's going to put up points. He gets here, it just is not clicking. He gets on the field, it's still not clicking. Hangs in there, and it's clicking.
Absolutely, we're seeing the real benefit of what this player brings to a team, because I think with the North Carolina signed him, you just saw the highlight reel, Dean, and it was goal after magic moment, and nothing was really clicking at all, like you said. And I think he's doing both sides of the ball now. He's defending, he's attacking, he's really buying into what the team needs to do here. You see him communicating with Paco Craig, just talking about the relationship there. But yeah, in a real peak of his form, 30 years old, playing some really good football.
Played in the middle of the park to Charlie Adams. Costa got a piece of it. Adams with the cleanup. Las Vegas Lights, for those of you that are huge North Carolina FC fans, and right away you get that easy math win and you're in. Remember what I said about the Western Conference. Las Vegas still ostensibly is playing for a home game, because they could fall out of that top four if crazy things happen. So I kind of wish they didn't have all that business, you know what I mean? So but it didn't really matter, but it kind of matters for them too.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think as a coach, yeah, you'd like to have it all buttoned up and everything secured, so you don't have to worry about the jeopardy. But at the same time, I think going into the playoffs, sometimes having a nothing game doesn't really help you. You probably tinker too much with your team and you overthink it, and then whereas now North Carolina have been playing playoff football for 2 or 3 weeks now. I feel like, you know, they're in a good bit of form. So for Vegas, simple, get back to winning ways. They've had a really good run, 22 games, but they've only lost 1 or 2 games. So get back to winning ways today for them.
All right, if you are wondering, as this is played over the top, it'll give me a chance to tell you that in addition to a win and you're in, as we've got a whistle, if we draw, we do have an either or. We can clinch the playoff with a Pittsburgh loss versus El Paso, which is not likely, or a Hartford draw or loss at Orange County, which is possible. I mean, of course, both are possible, but the latter more possible. And then, believe it or not, and I hate telling you this, but we could lose the game, and 2 things have to happen. If we lost, we could still clinch with a Hartford draw or loss at Orange County and a Loudoun United draw or loss at Charleston, which those 2 things are not impossible either. But, Andrew, I think you're probably upset with me that I even mention it, because the simple thing is just go out and win the game, right?
Yeah, I switched off, Dean. Sorry, what were you saying? Simple, right? Just go win. Score more goals in the team.
That's a fair switch off. 5 minutes in. George Marks was on the team. Last game was a rough one, and now I think I don't know if he was sent back to Charlotte, but I don't think he's with the team anymore.
Yeah, I think he was recalled. So yeah, it wasn't a great day for George Marks, former North Carolina FC Academy product. Had a great youth career and now part of an MLS club in Charlotte FC. And he's had a couple of good appearances. Last week wasn't a great one for the Lights, but you know, as a goalkeeper, you make mistakes, you're going to get punished. Unfortunately, that's the position and the nature of the game. But a really talented young goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper for Las Vegas is Raiko Rosarina, 56. Of course, it's Jake McGuire for North Carolina FC, as it has been most of the season. Back to Adams. And now Adams again. There's Hafferty. You heard Andrew Tate talk about him in the open. Off the head of Rafa, and one bounce back to McGuire.
Hafferty's a really good player on the ball, but we'll see tonight the full extent of his defensive capabilities as well, as he's got to keep the Captain Mayhem, Olex Anderson Jr. quiet.
Olex Anderson Jr. just needs one more goal to become the club's all-time leading goal scorer. He is now tied with Brian Shriver. There's Ezra Armstrong. As he tries to get to it, he's knocked to the ground. It'll be a goal kick. In the aftermath of both hurricanes Helene and Milton, the USL has partnered with United Way Suncoast to help the Tampa Bay area recover from the devastation the storm left behind. To learn how you can get involved, scan the QR code or visit www.uslsoccer.com/Milton to ensure individuals and families have access to resources they need to recover. 7 minutes in. Final game of the season for everybody in USL Championship. Just making sure that nobody forgot. This team won USL League One last year. So it almost comes the step up or the return to USL Championship very much the way it does overseas. It was planned anyway, but it was a nice cherry on top, as I think you said before, Andrew.
Yeah, it's what you want to see, I think, throughout the pyramid of US soccer. There's a lot of talk about it every single year, and I think it had a great deal of reward for those teams that do well every year, and also put the jeopardy on the teams as opposed to, well, we're not going to win the league this year, so we're kind of done and dusted, to kind of give them that bit of jeopardy the other way, and that you've got to fight to stay in the division and maintain those standards.
Las Vegas taking their time. Out of the back, Hafferty.
One thing about Vegas, Dean, is it's amazing that they're so good with the ball and so controlled in possession, especially considering Dennis Sanchez was brand new at the start of the season, just a few weeks before the season got started, and you throw a bunch of players together. They have really kicked into gear this second part of the season, and a lot of passes, a lot of possession, the wear down teams. Dennis Sanchez last week, that was disappointed they didn't have enough shots and enough shots of meaning in good areas, so that'll be what they'll be hoping to generate today.
Got something generating right now as Las Vegas drops it over, and they'll drop it in. Las Vegas with a little tap, and actually 2 taps, and then the finish, and it's Las Vegas 1-0. Corey Bennett has scored again.
And it's JC Ngando who creates a lot of chances for Las Vegas Lights. Gets the wrong side of Paco Craig, and he just strolls into the penalty area all the time in the world, picks out Corey Bennett 8 yards out, who just steers it into the bottom corner past a stranded Jake Maguire, and just like that, the first look at goal, and Las Vegas have the first goal of the evening. Corey Bennett, the former Charlotte Independence man, scored a lot of goals in USL League One last year.
Las Vegas Lights goal in the 9th minute of
making the jump up to USL Championship. His 14th goal of the season. It's been a big pickup for them. Back in the lineup today, and he marks his return with a goal inside the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's one of those players you feel like has been around forever, yet when you look at him, it looks like he can still be around for a long, long time, and found himself in the right place and got a nice roll. It's a big crowd here. A little bit, I think, I'm shocked here 10 minutes in as North Carolina FC trails 1-0.
Yeah, they've been spoiled in recent weeks in terms of the entertainment and the intensity of the games, but right now Las Vegas Lights are absolutely perfect. Opening 10 minutes, control possession, and they get the one chance and they take full advantage.
There's another chance coming as they play it into space. Batista trying to close it down. Good squared ball, and not quite there. That squared ball coming from Sean Smart. So Las Vegas with a goal, Andrew Tate, and a couple good opportunities as well.
Yeah, they look well up for it today.
Batista. Whistle will go against Las Vegas. Conway, a brilliant ball from Rodrigo da Costa. And just in case Olex Anderson Jr. was there, Las Vegas didn't even bother, just sent it out of bounds.
Yeah, Evan Conway showing his pace. Little look inside across to his strike partner. Olex Anderson Jr. just feeds into a dangerous area. And for Jabang, he's relieved to see the ball slide out for a corner because when you go to ground like that on a slick surface, you just pray that you get the contact you need, and he got it spot on that time. But North Carolina reminding us of the threat they pose going the other way. They've got goals in them.
They're going to need them. And the job is definitely more difficult after giving up a goal in the first 10 minutes to Las Vegas in a game where it's simple. You win and you're in. Talking about North Carolina FC in the USL Championship Eastern Conference playoffs. Headed back. Here's Conway. Conway will give it back to Perez, the Frenchman. Send it back over. Oh, yes! Paco Craig! And how about North Carolina FC level at
1. And just like that, Paco Craig, the captain, he wins the first. It's Bryce Washington, I think, who wins the first header, but it comes back in. Perez puts it right on the money. Paco Craig leaning back, shoulders facing where he wants it to go, just guides it back across the goal. Fantastic goal from the captain. He was probably caught out for the first goal for Las Vegas Lakes, getting it done in behind by Ongando. But Paco Craig, true captain that he is, makes up for it with the equalizer in the 13th minute.
3rd goal of the season for the captain, Paco Craig. Wonderful human being. He was a little tussle over here. Everything's all good. Paco was at the Ingus Barn on Wednesday, NCFC Youth, with their incredible fundraiser with a goal of $150,000. The last word that I got from Kat Eberhardt, who just does an amazing work for NCFC Youth raising money, was that they got over $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It was a great night, Dean. I didn't realize I spent that much money, but you know, don't tell the wife. No, it was a great night, celebrating everything that's good about youth soccer and football in this country. And great to hear that the impact of that event will benefit a lot of players in this community, making football more affordable and on a need basis for those families that need it to get out and get the outlet that these kids need to play.
CFC, Rafa Menzigan, oh my, Rafa Menzigan eliminating players for Las Vegas. Got a little contact and went down. That's too bad, because everything but that final touch was brilliant there for Rafa, as he was blowing by everybody for Las Vegas, Andrew.
Yeah, he just ran out of runway, and I don't think there was any real clear, good passing options in that position. Unfortunately for him, he has to then sprint back as well. Now he's got to do some defending in his own defensive third.
Las Vegas. Saw their 1-0 lead disappear already, as it's 1-1. Batista using that 6'7" frame, those long legs. Olex Anderson Jr. trying to find Conway, taken away by Hafferty. There's Olex Anderson Jr. again.
Yeah, Dean, I was talking to John Bradford in midweek about the defenders, because I think you and I were here last week, and you'd have thought the players of the game would have been Rodrigo da Costa or Olex Anderson Jr., Evan Conway, the guys that got the goals, but the guy who makes Team of the Week is Lamar Batista, you know, and was rated as man of the match alongside Bryce Washington, another good player. So, but thinking back on the game, I don't think I would have said they were the better players, and John even himself said, you know, they probably could be better in possession at times and move the ball a bit quicker. But sometimes we forget, when you're playing against the likes of Tampa Bay Rowdies and the quality they've got in attacking areas, just how well you have to play to keep them quiet and get the job done. So credit to Lamar Batista, really talented left-footed centre-back who's got a lot of potential.
Good stuff. Las Vegas, if they win, they clinch the number 2 seed, going back to the fact that there is a lot on the line. They win and they have the number 2 seed. A draw They'll clinch the 2 seed with Memphis draw or loss and a Sacramento Colorado draw. So it gets a little more complicated for them as well if they don't win, with potential to even fall out of the top 4. Good ball, top of the 18. Batista with the shield. Knocked out of bounds there by Bryce Washington. It'll be a throw in for Las Vegas. North Carolina FC got a pivotal 2-0 win versus the Tampa Bay Rowdies last Saturday at Wakemet Soccer Park. The tragedy of the Hurricanes actually benefited North Carolina FC in that Tampa Bay had to come here to play a game that was supposed to be played at Lang. And North Carolina FC made the most of it. Olex Anderson scoring in minute 49 to tie Brian Schreiber as NCFC's all-time scoring leader, 35 career goals. Martin, little back heel. Evan Conway cemented 3 points with his team leading 12th goal in the game. Olex Anderson Jr. got his 11th to tie Conway, and then Conway got one more. As we're in minute 18, still tied at 1. And this is kind of more like it. You know, the Tampa Bay game took a little longer to get going. This 1-1 kind of is what we had been experiencing for a little bit up in the booth, Andrew.
Absolutely, Dean. And I spoke to John Bradford about that, because I mentioned the conversation he had at half-time, or as he was walking off the field. We don't see him do that, grabbing players on the field and having a chat to them. He was not happy with the level of intensity, and we kind of said it. We felt like a preseason game, and he's like, you're absolutely right. And I think he delivered a few home truths at half-time, and obviously it worked a treat in the second half, and the players took full responsibility, came out, delivered what they needed to do, and got the 3 points. So I think it was a good message going into this game, and hopefully for North Carolina into the playoffs, because they cannot slack off for 45 minutes and hope that the result's going to fall their way.
Dangerous free kick opportunity coming here for Las Vegas in minute 19. Fans still working their way in. Far side. Miami high in the air was Jabang, but nowhere near the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. But it didn't matter. They were going to call it a foul on Jabang there for sure. It was like he was using step stools there, right?
And he's not exactly short to begin with, so a little bit of a clear infringement then. But Jabang having to operate in a slightly different role than usual, slotting in next to Joe Haverty at centre-back, with Malik Howell missing through injury. Check out all the exciting postseason action as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix kick off in November. The top teams will battle it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLChampionship.com for all the latest playoff information.
Minute 21-1 here at Wakemet Soccer Park, Cary, North Carolina. The pitch in outstanding shape just 1 week after they were not anticipating having to host a game. Batista breaks up the attack for Las Vegas, but it'll stay with the Lights. Good extra effort coming in there late from Grayson Duty. Conway. Batista is a piece of it, but it's won back by Adams. Now Perez. It is really strange not seeing number 15 out there for North Carolina FC. His name is Mikey Maldonado.
Yeah, he's a piece of the furniture, isn't he? I think he's started 30 of 32 games, got the most minutes of any North Carolina player, and when John said there was going to be a surprise in the lineup, I was like, that doesn't sound like a good surprise. And when he mentioned Mikey Maldonado was missing, he was a player, Dean, I think I was teasing or tempted to throw into the open today, just of how important he is and how well he's been playing of late. So big miss, but you know, I think looking at Luis Perez, bringing him in, it's not a bad player to be bringing in, a player that big part of the organisation last year. He's got a lot of minutes this year. Fantastic left foot and a really good character around the team. So John Bradford had full trust in him. probably saved him a headache of deciding whether to go with Conway or Perez in the attacking area. So solved one problem.
It's well said. Olex Anderson Jr. is on it. He'll drop it to Rafa Mintz again. Then Olex will spin off of that. He wants it back, doesn't get it, still wants it back. And then couldn't handle it as it'll spin through to Conway. Give Rafa credit, because he probably should have made the pass earlier. Olex complained, and then he actually put it on his feet.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. Jabang dropped off pretty quickly, recognizing the danger, the pace of Olex Anderson Jr. behind, which made it a more difficult pass for Rafa, who then patiently picked him out, but it was an awkward one to control. The tide just turning a little bit, Dean, hasn't it? Now Vegas not really controlling possession. North Carolina now starting to settle in a little bit more and looking like more like what they used to. Not a bad idea from Paco Craig there, just not on the same wavelength with the attacking players.
Don't mark yourself, Coleman. Don't mark yourself. Stay there, Grayson. Yes,
1-1. 23 minutes in.
There's been a few goals around the league already, Dean. Charleston, oh, Loudoun have just scored. Charleston 1, Loudoun 1. 63rd minute there, down in South Carolina. And Pittsburgh 2-0 up over El Paso. So they are, you feel, locked and loaded into the playoffs. For Loudoun, they've just got themselves back in with a sniff of putting some pressure on. It is an interesting one with the games all kicking off at different times today, Dean, right? That's the complexity of this country, the time zones, and you know, all the different things that are going on a weekend. Very difficult to get everyone kicking off at the same time. So some teams will know what they need, and other teams will be hanging on and wait, hoping that they've done enough.
Well, and understandably, we'll keep an eye on that scoreboard, Andrew, so keep giving us updates throughout the game if you can. Ezra Armstrong over to Conway. Conway's touch way too heavy. He'll go out of bounds and come back to Las Vegas. I told you what North Carolina FC did in their last game. Las Vegas had their 11-game home unbeaten streak come to an end with a 3-2 loss versus Oakland. As Johnny Rodriguez led Oakland with a brace. He had 2 goals in that game. Cross conference this season. This is the first ever meeting, by the way, between these two franchises. So Las Vegas, their first visit to WakeMed Soccer Park. NCFC has a record of 5-4-2 against the West this year. 4 of those 5 wins have been friendly confines of WakeMed Soccer Park. Las Vegas, we're working on the right side. The lights. With some freedom here. Now the lines are set. Referee's got to get out of the way. And it'll come all the way back to Hafferty.
I think North Carolina, they're quite happy for Las Vegas to have the ball. It's important that the areas that they allow them to have it, though. JC Ngando, this is a player they've got to keep quiet because he creates so much for this Lights team.
Hafferty wins it. Now it's played back. They like to find Coleman Gannon, number 8, who's on the ball now. Little flick. Getting inside the 18 was smart. Again, looking to find Gannon. Headed by Martin. Conway. Now DaCosta. DaCosta was into trouble. He'll go down for the moment.
Probing, looking for that pass. And this is a similar game to against Oakland Roots last week for the Las Vegas Lights team. They had almost 80% of the possession, but they got done in transition. Those quick counterattacks. Oakland Roots took full advantage and punished them when they could. They had so much possession, so many passes, and weren't able to turn all that pretty play into points. North Carolina they'll be quite happy for them to have the ball, just keep them at arm's length, but they've got to, when they get those opportunities to break and take advantage of this massive chasm of space that is WakeMed Soccer Park, need to be on the game.
Told you about North Carolina FC against the West. Las Vegas has a record of 4-4-3 against the East. Their back line will deal with Conway. There's Hafferty, plays it back into the middle. Their last loss before last week's was at Hartford. Defeated Birmingham. Worst loss of the season was a 6-0 defeat at Charleston Battery on April 27th. Talking about games against the Eastern Conference opponents. So back to Jake McGuire.
On the way home. If you're hungry for flavor and value,
yeah, they've got the best away record, Dean, of any Western Conference team. So they travel well.
They feature on the bench Dre Fortune, who is from the area and longtime player with the club. He's been battling some injuries. Did not think he was going to make it, but he did, and said he's available. His dad's here. His brother, who plays in MLS, is also here. Las Vegas cuts it back. Gannon taken to the ground there by Rafa, and it'll be a free kick. Las Vegas, as they get ready. The club was founded in August 27. Let's take a look at that foul.
So a little bit of contact. Menzigan's foot just planted and catches Gannon there. But worrying signs there for North Carolina. Duty getting in behind Conway and finding some space, and then Menzigan having to come off that flank to deal with Gannon. And now they've got a free kick in a really good area. I feel like it was closer to the edge of the box than where it is now, but you'll see a lot of free kick takers. They don't like it too close to the top of that 18, so it looks like they've pulled it back to that sort of 25-yard range where they can get it up and down and maybe work the keeper a little bit easier.
Vegas started in 2017 and January 16 of this year. Investor group led by former Major League Baseball star Jose Bautista bought the team. The fourth round of the U.S. Open Cup and clinched the playoffs for the first time ever. Here's a shot, and whew, McGuire had a decent beat on it, but that was well taken by your man there. Wow.
And Gando, yeah, just strokes it over that wall. And from the angle we were looking at, Dean, my jaw hit the ground. I couldn't believe that the back of the net hadn't rippled. You see McGuire at full stretch. Great effort from the Frenchman. Space for Ezra Armstrong here.
Good call. A little deflection there. Goalkeeper's out. Ezra trying to get it across. Conway can't quite get to it. Phenomenal job there by Raiko Arozarena. The big man in goal for Las Vegas.
I think Ezra Armstrong, that's the first time we've really seen what he can offer going forward. And I thought for a second there he was caught between two or three options in terms of, you know, do you chip, you try and catch the keeper off his line. Here we see it's a great ball from Martin. Duty can't quite cut it out. And you see he's not really looking at the goal, but Arozarena wasn't in a great position, and I think that near post was maybe open. The ambitious little lob over, he opted for the unselfish attempt at finding Alex Anderson Jr. and the chance disappeared.
Hopefully you see more of Ezra Armstrong getting up the flank. He lets that one go out of bounds. As we say hello to the Armstrong family, his dad, a member of the '88 Olympic team and '90 World Cup team. His wife Kina, kids Ariel, Chio, born in Orange County when we all lived out there preparing for the World Cup. Chloe, Joel, Ezra, Dita, and Zerai. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it back up to the broadcast booth. I went down the field, talked to the players, and then Ezra hit me with those green eyes like right before I got up here, man. They'll wobble you down, dude.
Mesmerized. What can I do for you, Ezra? What would you like me to say on broadcast? And the Battery have just gone back up on top. 2-1 against Loudoun. Arturo Rodriguez in the 68th minute. Tough place to get a result for Loudoun to go to Charleston and try and get 3 points, and it's just got a whole lot more difficult.
Really tough place. Kept alive here by Las Vegas. Rafa Menzigan had to knock it out of bounds, and he does it successfully off of Las Vegas. It'll be a goal kick as a Las Vegas player is down. Last thing I'll say about my conversation with Ezra is he thought the family was going to come up. He said that was initially the plan, and then we kind of joked about the fact that I'm always bragging about the Armstrong family, so they might as well sit at home and listen to that.
That's
right?
Good, yeah. You waxing lyrical about them, Dean, you know. Yeah, you can sit at home and listen to Dean tell us how great we are. Martin just catching Nigro there, Gennaro Nigro. Painful one. Valentin Noel getting involved there. Hadn't said his name too much in the opening 32 minutes. Scored a great goal last week, cutting in off that left flank and thrashing it in the far right corner. Only a consolation goal, but showed the quality he's got.
He was a teammate with Bryce Washington at Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh during the COVID time made the run into the College Cup. I'm pretty sure both Bryce Washington and the team that you're talking about. He was spending time, by the way, before the game with Luis Perez. I wasn't quite sure their connection, but they were hanging out. "33 minutes in, tied at 1, where a win for either of these teams means so much. North Carolina FC, it means they're in the playoffs. For Las Vegas, it means they have clinched the number 2 seed. They know they're going to have some home games.
I just clicked it, Dean. Perez and Noel, 2 Frenchmen, so
there you go.
I don't know if they've played together in the juniors in France. It's a big country with a lot of talented players, but the French connection.
Yep, there you go. That's got to be it. Well done, Andrew. Here's Duty. Perez trying to do his best. Mikey Maldonado impersonation is back to Duty. Bennett for Las Vegas with goal number 1. Paco Craig with the equalizer for North Carolina FC. That's why we're tied at 1. 34th minute. Conway gets just enough on it.
North Carolina bench not happy with the referee's decision there. They felt that Conway got the ball, which I don't think anyone's arguing that. It looked like he made contact with Smart, maybe with the follow-through. You will see it. Yeah, just catches him there from that angle. That I think shows why the referee made the decision he did. Players never like a decision though when that goes against them when they get the ball. But the game's changed from what it was 10 years ago.
They have the wisdom of Andrew Tate up in the booth. Got to thank Brian Ware for his amazing assistance all season long, including sometimes on the call as well. Do it all man. Encyclopedia of USL Championship, USL League One, USL W League. I mean, really of soccer in general, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's his therapy, though. He's a Chelsea fan, Dean, so I think it's his therapy to kind of deal with some of the issues that Chelsea have. So whatever Brian needs to do to put those to bed.
We certainly appreciate it. He is outstanding. As they look for Ezra Armstrong. A little bit of collision there.
So it's a good little battle down here, Dean. Sean Smart and Ezra Armstrong. I'm not a boxing man, Dean, but I'm not sure what weight they'd be fighting at, but they're similar sizes.
They are.
Ezra, I think the cooler of the cats. I think Sean Smart definitely got a bit of a chip on his shoulder today. He is a real live wire, and you can see he's not happy, and he's talked himself into a yellow card as well. Here you see two players going at it. Smart dribbles out of bounds and then doesn't like the contact from Armstrong. But now you see them arm round each other. They're chatting.
Sean Smart in the books with a yellow. I like the way you called that, because I actually do think the referee was still contemplating and lips were moving, right?
Yeah. You don't really see Ezra Armstrong get into those fiery tussles, do you? You know what I mean? He puts himself about, but he stays usually very even keel.
Yep.
I don't know what he's done to upset Sean Smart.
They look to be okay now, though, as you said. Batista is knocked to the ground again. That's twice he's gone down.
And it's Sean Smart again, so feels like the world's against him at the moment, but got to be careful. Dennis Sanchez beneath is just chatting to the fourth official at the moment. He's getting a little frustrated. And you see it. The fourth official has to be one of the worst jobs in football, Dean.
And how many against
you
him?
know
That's
it.
again.
It really does.
You're like part counsellor, part disciplinarian.
No, you nailed it.
Punching bag.
Yeah.
You just, oh my gosh.
I told you I have this great package with the ECNL, which I think is arguably the best youth league, and I'm calling the games from the fourth officials table. So I'm
So
witnessing.
they shout at you.
firsthand.
So they shout at you.
Well, I actually make them part of the TV production, so
There you
so I'm good with them. Oh, but yeah, the coaches probably do shout at me a little bit, even though I'm just sitting there.
What are you saying about my players? How do you think that's a penalty?
Out of
They probably
bounds.
behave themselves a little bit more, Dean, because you are right there, you know. They're speaking
we
right
hear,
into
we hear
it.
everything
Yeah,
what
exactly.
they're doing. Yeah, it's really a fun concept. I enjoy it quite a bit. And you know, Andrew, we're headed to a point where eventually, like, all high-level pro sports are going to have players mic'd up, and I mean, they're already doing it. And a lot of times in important games where the players are mic'd up and they're talking to the announcers.
Yeah, in England, there's often the comparison made to rugby, and the amount of respect that is paid to the officials in rugby, Dean, is incredible.
Okay.
It's, you know, it's like a young person in school speaking to the headmaster or the principal, and it's yes sir, yes ma'am, yeah. Whatever they say goes. Whether it's a good decision, a bad decision, the respect is there and it's never questioned.
I like that.
They have full authority, and I think that's where soccer maybe falls a bit foul. You know, just getting the frustrations boiling over, and you feel like you've just got to vent it at somebody, and I don't know why referees feel they have to take it.
So true. Kind of becomes part of the culture at a fairly young age, too. Minute 40. Corner kick coming for the Frenchman, Louis Perez. Spinning in. Martin and Armstrong both are there. Deflected. Side of the foot. One back by Rafa. Rafa trying to find Conway. Now Martin. And for Rodrigo da Costa. Nobody exactly settling down. Now finally a foul called, I think, against Conway, and it'll come back to Las Vegas.
I haven't really seen much from Rodrigo da Costa today. Having to do a lot of dirty work out of possession.
Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. You can learn more at Town with an E, TOWNE, properties.com. 41st minute in a game that means so much. North Carolina FC 1, Las Vegas Lights FC 1. Lights taking their time. Lurking over on the far side was Smart. Was hoping to get it, and Perez with the foul as Adams goes down. Any updates on games, Andrew? Everything holding firm.
A couple of games kicked off. The Rowdies are beating Indy 11 1-0, so good start for them. At their new temporary home of IMG. Louisville losing at home to Phoenix Rising. But the Eastern Conference games, Battery still leading against Loudoun, and Pittsburgh still leading 2-0 against El Paso deep into that first half.
Batista. Not on the same page there with Conway. Conway. It's his head in there. Olex Anderson Jr. I felt like he was shoulder checked there. I felt like he took it well, but that's a foul.
Yeah, it was a strange coming together, wasn't it? I would have to see it again here. Hafferty just tries to get across him. Certainly not a shoulder barge. Not shoulder to shoulder. Catches him. The referee probably just trying to even the score a little bit. Smart here.
Smart. Leg stays down. Batista. Now Acosta. Far side over to Rafa. Minute 43. Rafa with the left foot. Back over to DaCosta. Very calmly down his chest to his feet. Trying to slide it through to Ezra Armstrong. Now Batista will play it back. Washington now with Batista. What has stood out in the first 45 for you, Andrew Tate?
I think just the amount of possession that Las Vegas have had and the little that North Carolina have offered. They've looked really good on the eye, Vegas. But they haven't been able to cause too many problems for North Carolina, so I don't think John Bradford will be too concerned, but he'll be wanting to generate a little bit more in terms of what they do with the ball. I'll probably try to make things a little bit more difficult for Vegas when they do have it. But set pieces, the delivery of Luis Perez, always a threat.
Perez, minute 45, still waiting to see how much town properties added time will have. Don't think too much. A couple of goals, but fairly good flow. And how about North Carolina FC, the new all-time goals leader, Olex Anderson Jr. And it's 2-1 North Carolina FC.
And what a goal. The delivery from Luis Perez on the money. Evan Conway just guides it to the back post, and there's his strike partner, Olex Anderson Jr. They call him Golex. He's got to get that tattooed all over him now. The all-time goal scorer, top two, but not two. Ooh, is that a... What do you read into that, Dean?
I don't know.
Oh,
yellow card for taking his jersey off.
Did he take it off, or did he just lift up? Must have taken it off. Revealed it. Either way, he got his message. I'm not quite sure what the message. We've got to do some homework on that one. But the delivery from Luis Perez, the flick of Conway, and Alex Anderson Jr., number 9, Fox in the box, right place, right time. Massive goal, just the 2 minutes of added on time to go with it, Dean. What a time to score.
Record-breaking goal from Alex Anderson Jr. Now is all alone as number 1 in club history for goals scored. It's pretty special.
Absolutely. Done it in 3 years. 3 seasons with the club. And funny thing, Dean, I was talking to John Bradford about how we'd have lost a lot of money last week because we kept thinking he was going to get subbed off. The usual, right? He's scored his goals, they're in a good position, but John was telling me a story about just how, you know, when he stops defending, that's when I have to take him off. Not because he's working hard and looking a little gassed, but he's become such a leader for the team. He's captain for his country, and he leads by example now. I don't think we could have said that back in the early days. He was a bit of a hothead, but what he's become now is fans' favourite, all-time leading goal scorer in all competitions. And what he does for the team now on both sides of the ball is fantastic, and he's propelled his team into a fantastic position.
You, my friend, absolutely nailed it on Alex Anderson Jr. It's been fun to have a great seat to watch him progress. Great ability on the field, but just as importantly, as you said, the maturation off, fantastic. The 2 minutes of added time is brought to you by Town Properties. Town Properties, proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townwithaneproperties.com. Quick comment on a 2-1 lead here at the half for North Carolina FC.
After 10 minutes, Dean, it was looking really, really scary for the home team, but a fantastic response from that man, Paco Craig, to get the equalizer. And Alex Anderson Jr. flipped the script. Fantastic scoreline. Got to do better in the second half, though, if they want the 3 points, North Carolina.
2-1 at the half. Take a break and be back with more here from WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
And now, your Children's Hospital. Pediatric anesthesia, surgery, behavioral health, cardiology, emergency care, endocrinology, ENT, gastroenterology, imaging, inpatient medicine, intensive care, neonatology, orthopedics, physical rehab, primary care, pulmonology and sleep medicine, urgent care, urology, weight management, WakeMed Children's.
Kids will be kids. We will be here.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Pretty special. NCFC Youth, as you know, one of the biggest, most powerful youth clubs in the country. The Shield Award going to a team member, not just for scoring a ton of goals, but more for being a great sport, respectful to the coach, the referee, you name it. They're all here tonight to be recognized, which is part of a special and important night. As we welcome you upstairs to the broadcast booth with Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke, and look, the game matters, but it's pretty neat, the Shield winners for NCFCU.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. Obviously, they're getting the recognition and acknowledgement that they deserve for being a great kid and a great young player. And they're getting treated to a fantastic game as well, Dean. So a great night all round. One
of the Shield winners, Caden Lang, the son of our executive producer, Kyle Lang. So that's pretty cool. Kyle Lang also here watching the game. And obviously the response for North Carolina FC after falling behind, pretty special.
Yeah, I think as a coach, John Bradford will be super proud. I don't think they've had a fantastic first half. 2 set pieces, 2 goals, but they've hung in there, they've scrapped, they've responded well after an early setback when like the Light scored in the first 10 minutes, but really positive. They put themselves in a really good position without playing fantastic.
All right, let's get smarter here. We'll take a look at the rules for the playoffs. Andrew Tate, break them down for us if you can.
Yeah, so single elimination format. It just literally, as you say, Dean, win and you're in, or lose and you're out. So got to find a way to get through. Conference quarterfinals begin next weekend. Louisville is the #1 overall seed, having absolutely dominated the Eastern Conference and got more points above New Mexico. But all matches are on ESPN Plus or CBS Sports Network, and the final November 23rd at noon Eastern on CBS. That'll be an interesting one if it's played on the West Coast.
Indeed.
But either way, you just want to be there.
Just want to be there, indeed. 2-1 right now at the half with the Shield winners on the field. Pretty neat night. We'll be back with more halftime here in Cary.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
New flavors. The same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador. Spiked Bebidas.
Welcome to Do or Die. Welcome to stories that give meaning to it all. The juggernaut chasing history. The hero hoping for a Hollywood ending. The upstart determined to make the most of its shot at glory. Welcome to second guessing everything. Every coach's decision. Every referee's call. Every pass, shot, tackle, save. Because you know it all means more now. Welcome to the playoffs.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, the Shield Award winners from NCFC Youth, from the youngsters all the way up to U19. Pretty great. North Carolina FC with a 2-1 lead over Las Vegas Lights FC. And my main man, Andrew Tate, has been telling you the entire first half there's some other important games going on as we see the young players taking their time, working their way around. Now we'll take a look at some of those scores. Andrew Tate from the USL Championship.
Yep, Tampa Bay leading 1-0 against Indy 11. Pittsburgh, just the way you expected, continuing their fine form, taking down El Paso. Not had a great season in the West, El Paso, and unfortunately on the road for Pittsburgh. And Charleston, yeah, a little correction there. The battery leading 2-1 in the final closing moments of that game against Loudoun. So Loudoun's playoff hopes all but extinguished right now. And then Louisville just equalized against Phoenix Rising after going behind early on. And then some games later on tonight: San Antonio, Detroit, New Mexico, Memphis, Oakland, Birmingham, Orange County, Hartford. That's a big one for North Carolina here. And then Sacramento, Colorado Springs.
Let's take a quick look at both standings. Start with the Western Conference. The top 8 are already in. Now it's just about their seed.
And as you talked about, Las Vegas in a great position right now, but they could drop out with Sacramento and Colorado Springs waiting in the wings to leap above them. Memphis even could jump them. So really interesting. So tight in the Western Conference, right at the top of the table. New Mexico sitting pretty though.
Switching to the Eastern Conference standings.
Yeah, and right here, this is where the jeopardy comes in, right around that playoff line. You got Pittsburgh in a really good spot right now. Tampa Bay winning as well. North Carolina winning. So everyone's doing what they need to do above the playoff line, but another 45 minutes to go. Hartford hoping that they've got something to cling to in that game later on this evening. And Loudoun, unfortunately for them, their season will end tonight.
All right. Take a look at news and notes for USL Championship.
Yeah, Rhode Thailand as we name them, at some point this season. They set the record for most draws in the season, but they make the playoffs in their first year. Incredible achievement for them, and Noah Fuson leads them with 7 goals and 9 assists on the season, first in USL. Douglas Martinez reaches the 70-50 milestone. He became the 5th player to 50 career assists at Indianapolis and has 74 goals. Just incredible performance from him. Sorry, Enzo Martinez. With the Riverhounds on the hunt, Edward Keyser scores in the 4th straight game. Goal scoring was a trouble for the Riverhounds, but they've really come into some great form to finish the season and make that playoff push.
And the team of the week, USL Championship.
Yeah, Johnny Rodriguez was the player of the week. A couple of big goals for him on the road at Las Vegas last week, which clinched that playoff seed for Oakland Roots. Then you got Bertin Jackerson, big performance for him for Pittsburgh. He's been a great pickup for them. He scored 2 in the 2-0 win at Loudoun, which was a huge result. And then Jack Blake of Indy 11, the midfielder, scored a crucial goal to help them clinch the postseason in the win versus Birmingham Legion. Gavin Glinton, full credit to him. Tough spell going into the latter part of the season, but got that result that they needed to clinch that playoff spot.
Full circle moment for those of us that's been in the TV business for a long time. That's Kyle Lang, our executive producer. His son won the Shield, Caden Lang, and as luck would have it, the other youngster right there, Gavin Lang, turns 6 today. Congratulations, Caden, and happy birthday to Gavin. Halftime, we'll be back with the first half highlights and the second half kick, 2-1. How about North Carolina FC? They lead it by 1.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo.
But at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. Big crowd for a big game, and it's 2-1 North Carolina FC on top of Las Vegas. Let's show you all 3 goals. Let's go to work, Andrew Tate.
Yeah, and it was JC Ngando getting in behind the captain, Paco Craig, and then laying on a plate for Corey Bennett, who just sticks out that right boot and guides it into the bottom corner. Got them off to a flying start. They've controlled possession. First chance at goal. First goal of the night, Corey Bennett. But then Luis Perez, left foot magic, puts one in the box first time not a bad ball, but the second one is spot on. Right on the head of Paco Craig, redeems himself, captain's goal, gets up highest and just guides that head right back to where it came from in the bottom corner. No chance for Arozarena. Same thing, left boot of Perez, head of Conway this time, and there is Goalex, Olex Anderson Jr. to celebrate. We're still seeking information as to what that shirt means. But I tell you what it does mean. It means that he's the all-time leading goal scorer for North Carolina in all competitions. But the stats, look at the possession, 67. Las Vegas dominated the ball. But those two corners for North Carolina, they're the reason that they're on top at this point. Really tight first half.
Tremendous breakdown, and both teams out there ready to go to start the second half at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. With Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be with you. As we also say hello to the great fans out in Las Vegas. Paco Craig. Conway to DaCosta. He's hoping to drop it in it. Now he's asking Rafa to push forward, see if they can pin them in. Rafa concerned with Noel behind him. There's Craig. It's Martin. Gannon knocks it away from him. Colin Martin was styling before the game. Out on the field, looking sharp, sport coat, like a true pro. With a trip there, Martin. Foul called. Corey Bennett, the goal scorer for Las Vegas. He leads the team with 14 goals and came into this game tied for the team lead in shots. Now I'm sure he's got it. Played with the Charlotte Independents in USL League One, as you mentioned earlier, Andrew Tate, and was pretty good and has continued it. 14 goals. Nice run of form.
Yeah, I think it just shows how good the USL is. You know, players that play League One jumping up to the championship and still having the success. Alex Anderson Jr., another one of those. So, yeah.
Talked about Noel. Let's see if we say his name a little bit more, as he's second on the team in goals with 10 and leads the team in assists, which kind of makes what you said earlier a little bit surprising that we didn't say his name that much. Over the top to Bennett. Bennett, right to McGuire.
The Lights bench not happy with the contact there on Bennett. He was off balance trying to steer the ball into the box and clattered into the advertising hoardings here at WakeMed Soccer Park. And claiming there's maybe some contact from, I'm not sure it's Paco Craig, one of the North Carolina defenders.
It's the fucking second time tonight.
You will see it again. Batista just steps across Bennett. Didn't really need to do it either. I think he was just a little late coming into the challenge, but I don't think there's any intent or malice there. A little clumsy from the big man. But either way, referee didn't see anything wrong with it.
Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com as Ezra Armstrong running it down. Ezra Armstrong, extra burst, kept alive. Conway can't hit it. DaCosta! And it's saved to be a corner kick. Corner kick coming for North Carolina FC.
Ezra Armstrong. How many times do we say his name in a game? Scampering forward, doing really, really well to get him behind Duty, and puts it on a plate for Conway. He swings and misses, and DaCosta tries to dig it out, kind of caught under his feet, does well to test the goalkeeper. Maybe another left foot corner from Luis Perez. Painful one for Armstrong. He's holding his ear at the moment. Great ball though from Perez there, feeding it in behind. You saw the run from Armstrong. A great weight and angle of pass to feed it into his stride. You will see the injury at the end. You see him sliding. He knows the board's coming. Painful one. Get a good look at those eyes on camera there, Dean. I wonder if it has the same effect to the viewers at home.
I think it does.
Great work from the camera folks there. I've gone weak at the knees, Dean, just looking at it.
There you go. Finish my thoughts about Select. You can visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. 2-1. Corner kick coming for North Carolina FC, trying to add to their 1-goal lead. 2-1 answered for the home team. Perez. Whistle.
A lot of jostling going on in that crowded penalty area.
That whole play seems strange to me. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I thought I heard the whistle, and then I saw Louis reach out and grab the ball again anyway. Did you hear a whistle first or no?
I can't confirm or deny, Demon.
Well, then you didn't, so then it's all good.
It might have been in close proximity, like the ball's coming in and he's decided, you know what, doesn't matter where this ball's going, I've seen the infringement, you know?
Right. Las Vegas. Gando has been electric at times tonight. It's been brought out of bounds, though not that time, because it's minute 51 and McGuire.
Dean, one of the stats in conversation with Brian Ware that I got before the game was just how much of a good second half team Vegas have been this season. Their goal differential on the season in terms of the first 45 is -9. In the second half, they're +13. So we'll see if that comes to fruition today. Hopefully not for the home team, but for Vegas looking to secure that second spot in the Western Conference.
Ezra Armstrong just looks like the fastest man in the world running that left side for North Carolina FC. And he gets faster with the ball at his feet. It's unbelievable to watch.
And it's funny, it's a similar story to last week. I don't think we said his name much in the first half last week, but today it's the same thing now. Straight, really positive opening 7 minutes to the second half. Scampering down that left and providing a real outlet.
Rafa knocks it out of bounds. Thought he had knocked it off of Las Vegas.
And Dean, just going back to Ezra Armstrong, I thought in the first half Smart did a really good job of pinning him back, but there was obviously a conversation at half-time that they've got to try and release Ezra, get him going forward and get at Duty, because that is a matchup I think that North Carolina will win all day long. Batista's got the athleticism to cover him.
Minute 53. Throw-in coming for Las Vegas. Hafferty. Duty back to Hafferty. Hafferty looking for Noel, and it's too long. It'll land with McGuire. We saw Kyle Lang, our executive producer. I want to thank the rest of our crew. Joe Ferrara, Paul Alexander, Red Carpet Bean, Ian Lang, Ryan Moeller, Alex Karastala, Andrew Taylor, Brian Ware, who you've heard us talk about, Chris Wash, Daniel Bentley, and our 7'4" superstar, Mark Dry. Minute 54.
It's taller every week, Dean. It's a good job the season's ending. I don't think he'd be able to find any clothes to wear or a bed that would fit him.
Off the head of Olex Anderson Jr.
Anderson just catching Jabang in the jaw there, it looks like. The home team a little disappointed with that decision. See it again. Leading with the arm there as he challenges for the ball. Catches Jabang, I think, inadvertently. Good decision by the referee.
2-1. A mountain of soccer left in this game as they'll bring it back.
Referee making a point there, I think. I don't know if it's aimed at just Rodrigo da Costa, but it seemed like he was making an indication that the next foul will be a card. Repeated infringement.
Pass out of the back, intercepted there by North Carolina FC. A little bit of a foot race. There's Raiko Rosarina, goalkeeper for Las Vegas. Good defending by Ezra Armstrong, winning it to Olex Anderson Jr. He'll get it back to Ezra. Ezra usually can find a way to get it back to Olex. Olex did not make a run, though, after it. Joseph Zhao, who has made some appearances for the U.S. national team. So this is a great entry here because Zhao and Armstrong, Desmond and Philip Zhao, both playing on the U.S. national team together during that same time. Great friends. Philip Zhao, the head coach at Howard, and has done a ton for young players, same as Desmond. There they are, and that's the Zhao Armstrong. I don't know if they caught it. They hugged it out right away. That's pretty cool.
See if they're still friends at the end of this game. There's going to be a few tussles between now and the end of the game.
There's another Zhao that played for the Duke women's soccer team that still might be playing pro in the NWSL. Joseph, I'm pretty sure, was playing at a pretty high-level European team there for a while. 57th minute.
And Dean, just looking at the USL Championship games that are going on right now, obviously we had that win for Charleston at home to Loudoun 2-1. Then the 6 other games that are being played right now, the home team in each one of those games is winning. So I think that just shows some of the jeopardy with Las Vegas Lights and getting that home game, trying to get the home advantage as you move through the playoffs as well, just how important that quality is going to play into the playoff picture.
Well said. Right now they have some wood to chop as they let their 1-goal lead go away quickly as Craig tied it. And then Olex Anderson Jr. gave North Carolina FC the lead. Olex, that's Ezra Armstrong. What a great run and great effort from Ezra Armstrong.
Great shot of the referee. He is, I don't know how he kept up. He was almost right behind Ezra Armstrong. He's just closing down the goalkeeper there. The referee is putting in a shift today, and he's watching this game very closely at the moment. I feel a card is coming very soon.
Costa. Rafa making a run. Rafa can't get to it. Minute 59. North Carolina FC 2. Las Vegas Lights FC 1. Team Noel. Patience here from Las Vegas. Bennett offside at the moment. He's got to check back. Now he is onside, so he could make a run. Craig and Bennett. I realize that's not on your screen, but I'm watching that matchup with Craig, keeping an eye on Bennett. Right side. Hafferty. Gando. Marks in there when the touch was just a little bit too heavy. Jabang will switch it back to Hafferty. Minute 60 now. Oak City supporters banging the drum. Lower level all the way around. Pretty filled up here, which is brilliant to see.
That's what the players deserve for a really good first season back in the USL Championship, to end the home season or end the regular season with a big crowd. And they're certainly putting in a shift now. Second half, they've really increased the intensity of how they're working and defending, and they're going to need to maintain that for another 30+ years.
Rigo Bacasta trying to knock it off Noel. Batista has got to be careful. And Batista is going to get called for the foul as he was tussling there with Zhao. Zhao made a good impact since coming on.
Yeah. I think once Batista let that ball bounce, it was always going to be difficult. Zhao not giving him a minute's peace. You can see that's the impact that you want as a coach. Denis Sanchez sending him on to ruffle some feathers and change the game to swing in Vegas' favour. Certainly had a positive impact in the few minutes he's been on.
Starting to cool down a bit. Wind blowing. Free kick opportunity for Las Vegas. The Lights with a chance to tie. Minute 62. They'll use the left foot, and it finds McGuire. McGuire take his time every time. Now more than ever, right, with a 2-1 lead. Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson heads to the end line. Rafa can't quite run it down. John Bradford, the job he's done, taking on more and more responsibility over the years.
Will go home with a $5 coupon for your next meal at Alpaca.
Yellow card.
Only a matter of time before that was coming.
It was announced. You called it.
You can see the first one, I think he had a nibble with the arm, grabbing a bit of the jersey, trying to slow him down, and there just dangles out a left leg. Catches Judy right in front of the referee's nose. It's a tired leg from Luis Perez there. And John Bradford's, I think, where he's going to earn his crust today is the subs that he makes and when he makes them and who he makes them with. So they're putting in a shift.
Great point. Great point. I mean, we talk about the details, but you're just with every detail, you're just a little more scared about making any kind of change or disrupting anything, right, with a 2-1 lead.
And it's such a hard one as a coach to call. You wait too long and somebody's tired and maybe a fresher player could have got there. You make it too early and you upset the rhythm of the players that were already in there, and it just such a difficult, lonely job at times being a coach. When you get it right, it's fantastic. When you don't, you live with it for a long time.
Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townwithaneproperties.com. PA announcer Mark Calloway just announcing the news that Olex Anderson Jr. stands all alone as the all-time leading goal scorer. Conway does his job defensively.
Everyone back defending for North Carolina. You got Conway and DaCosta biting in that middle, helping out Martin and Perez. Not a lot of space for Las Vegas Lights to work their intricate combination play that they like to play. See, and Gando's having to come out wide here to find some space.
McGuire knew what Gando had planned and had already made the run. Las Vegas Lights looking to make a couple more changes, and that will include Dre Fortune. Good to see Dre back on this field.
How much of a point to prove will he have, Dean, do you think, coming back to his old stomping ground? Former player. Morning, he'll want to get his name in the starting 11 for Las Vegas Lights, so first and foremost, but being back here in his hometown.
Yeah, this is home. He's enjoying Las Vegas, but he loved it here. Olex Anderson Jr. Olex Anderson Jr. Just another gear. Conway unlucky couldn't trap it, because if he does trap it, he has time, I think.
One concern, I think, for Vegas as they start to push more and more to try and get this goal is the pace that North Carolina has in transition with Conway, with Olex Anderson Jr., Rafa, Ezra Armstrong. They've got that pace to break into it.
Christian Pinzon and Dre Fortune will check in. Next opportunity for Coach Sanchez and Las Vegas. Las Vegas trailing 2-1, had the early 1-0 lead. Corey Bennett answered by Paco Craig, and then Olex Anderson Jr. Gannon gets there before Batista.
You've got to wonder, Dean, just the amount of possession that Vegas have had and number of passes. Every time that ball moves, a Navy shirt has to move and clog up some space somewhere else, so it can really wear you down. The concentration, the fatigue. There's a long time to go, and they're only bringing on fresher players as well to inject some energy, so a real test for the home team. Not a lot of activity coming from the North Carolina bench.
Noel plays it deep. This is all part of the USL Championship race to the playoffs, presented by Terminix. Minute 68. Heading toward the corner is Nigro, Gennaro Nigro. Chabang gives it to Ngando. Here come the subs.
Restore height for all the
Fortune
substitutions
wearing
Las
number
Vegas
35, Pinzon wearing number 11.
Number 8, Gannon coming in number 11.
Gannon
Pinzon
coming out of the game.
Coming out of the
Adams
game,
also coming out of the
Charles
game.
Adams coming in, and welcome home number 35, Dre Fortune.
Bang will square it. It does feel like the clock is moving very slow here.
You say that, Dean. I just glanced at it and I'm like, oh, it wasn't expected. I thought there was going to be a 7 to start with, not a 6. Yeah, lots of time left.
Nigro knocked out of bounds by Rafa.
This possession can almost lull you to sleep, Dean. There's a player on the field you just can't switch off. It's exactly what Vegas want. Wear you down and then pull you apart.
Yeah, you cannot fall asleep for a second here. Out of bounds by Batista. Quick throw in. The visitors from Las Vegas.
And one of the strengths of North Carolina's game this season has certainly been the back line. Marshall by Maguire and then Craig and Washington and Batista. And Malou comes in as well, but they're going to have to really do well to finish this game with just one goal conceded. I almost get the feeling, Dean, they need a third to really see it home.
Quite agree, as Conway's fouled. You know, it's interesting, North Carolina FC is only 1-8-2 when they concede the first goal, so it'd be only the second time of this 24 USL Championship campaign where John Bradford's team had conceded the first goal. Meanwhile, Las Vegas, when they score first, they're 9-2-2. So it'll just be their third loss if the scoreline stays, but the clock's stuck in mud. We may not know for a while, and Rafa's down.
Let's go. It's fine. Appreciate it.
Rafa has seemed to be agitated quite a bit of the day. Wearing a pretty heavy cast on that right hand too. That can't be that fun to carry around. Costa somehow keeps it alive.
Moments like this where they can just take a little bit of pressure off and keep the ball, but really, really important. That clock goes a lot faster when you've got the ball.
Rafa, who went over to the bench as required because he sat down there a little bit. He was wide open and was begging Batista to try to send it the other way. Here's Fortune. Fortune still with it. Fortune, side of the foot. Here by Washington. Those were some pretty good touches by Fortune.
Scored a few good goals, didn't he, on this field in his career, Dean? I can remember a free kick, and he's got a bit of magic in his locker.
Absolutely. Coming into this game, Pittsburgh 72% playoff odds on making it. NCFC 71%. Somehow the odds makers always seem to get it right. Still some time left here, though. It'll break loose into the 18. Headed by Washington. Fortune stays with it. Fortune. Looking for the handball.
Love the celebration from Batista there as he blocks it. Double fist pump. Knows the importance of that defensive rear guard. Alex Anderson doing great work defensively there.
Phenomenal. Just a wonderful tackle. All the way back. He was in Las Vegas's offensive third to make that tackle. Those are Armstrong, side of his foot to Conway. Conway earns the whistle.
Great play from Conway. Awkward spot back to goal. Ezra Armstrong cuts it out, and then he just does really well to protect the ball and win a free kick for his team. Allow everyone just to take a breath. Switch gears now and ask the question of Vegas. Make them defend for a few minutes. Batista trying to slow it down even more.
Gets it back to Martin. Oh, that's just a perfect ball to Rafa. Rafa now. Too late, too far behind DaCosta. One back by the lights. Redondo. Hard to bump him off the ball. There's a good ball. This is danger. Jow denied by Maguire. Maguire's fired up in minute 75.
Nice, fantastic goalkeeping, Dean. And Gando just swatted Martin away, and then he picks the pass as he always does. It's a loose touch from Jow, but Maguire was so quick off his line, kept himself big, and look at that celebration, knows the importance of that movement there. And the fans getting behind the home team.
Las Vegas not intimidated by the home team. They're so good on the road, just one loss in their last 10 road games. 6-1-3 record with a +8 goal differential. They started the year, Las Vegas did 3-7-2 in the first 3 months of the year, 11 points. But they currently have the second biggest turnaround in USL Championship history. In 2023, just 19 points. In 2024, 50 points.
Jake Maguire picking up a yellow card there. Judged to have been time wasting. Referee not happy with the spot of the ball for the free kick. 75 though, Dean. That 5 minutes disappeared a little bit faster than the previous 5, I feel.
Indeed. Alex Anderson Jr. is manhandled. Rafa, DaCosta, back to Craig, now Martin, now DaCosta again. DaCosta will bring it all the way back to Washington. Washington slides it through his goalkeeper, Maguire. Maguire looking for Ezra Armstrong. Not a bad idea, trying to head it back to Conway. The end result is the ball belongs to Las Vegas.
Vegas do a really good job of pressing the ball, make it difficult for you to keep possession. They squeeze you. You know, it was an awkward one for Ezra Armstrong to. I think the chest might have been the better option to try and find Conway, but it was just behind him in the air.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Minute 78.
NCFC yellow with the 78th minute of play, number 14, Rafa Menzinger.
Perez.
And he puts his head in his hands there. That left foot hasn't let him down too many times in his career, but massively overhit that pass. And now he's got to do the work defensively. Double whammy.
Tackle from Alex Anderson Jr. Give it back to Las Vegas as we're in minute 78. Fortune. Off the foot of Batista. And a whistle that time.
Yeah, I think it's a good no call, Dean. Conway a little bit soft, a little bit quick to go to ground. No complaints from him, so I think that kind of tells the story. But Dean, I got to say, I think it's pretty fitting in terms of the display that North Carolina are putting in on Shield night. It's a no airs and graces performance. It's all backs to the wall. Everyone defending for their lives, putting in a shift. Kind of speaks volumes of what the Shield Award is about. Just the attitude, commitment, respect, teamwork.
How put a full stop, period, amen to that. Well done.
It's not what you want to see as a fan. In terms of you'd rather win 5-0 and it all be tricks, flicks, and golazos, but you've got to respect it.
It is. So Anderson, going back by Craig. Craig and Anderson, the goal scorers, and the reason why it's NCFC 2. Las Vegas 1. Over the top, Rafa looking for the right bounce. It'll fall to Conway. Conway! Oh, we have seen Conway take tight quarters and make them bigger than expected. Just a little bit too high, right?
Yeah, it was an awkward ball from Da Costa. Jabang got his clearance a little bit wrong, and there I think Conway just got a little excited. He shifted onto his right, and it was just a little loose in terms of a touch, so it was a bit of a right foot swinger. It was a good look at the goal, and one you'd want back. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
81st minute. (2-1) North Carolina FC. The lights from Las Vegas, Ezra Armstrong. Solid 1v1 defending. Trail this by 1. Too long for Conway. DaCosta wanted perhaps a little bit better effort there from Conway. Here John Bradford also wanting the same thing. (81st minute). I don't know about you, Andrew T, but I am absolutely getting bombarded by the amazing smells of the stadium food right now.
Who is that? Where are they?
Oh my goodness, everything smells so good.
It has wafted this way, hasn't it?
The 82nd minute.
Yeah, and what a great night for football as well.
Oh, brilliant. Still t-shirt and shorts weather for sure. Far side. Cleared out of there. 82nd minute.
North Carolina have a sub readied.
Corey Hayes.
I'm going to guess that's for Luis Perez. That's going to be my money. I just think on a yellow card, putting a shift in the middle of that park, trying to fill Mikey Maldonado's shoes, Dean. That is no easy feat at all. They've been able to bring a veteran like Corey Hayes, and intelligent player, been around the game.
Knows how to take the ear out of the ball. 83rd minute. Anderson Jr. Anderson Jr. No! Cleared off the line. Tremendous effort. Boys and girls at home, never ever give up on a play. That's proof right there of why you fight to the very last second, as Jabang with an unbelievable clearance.
Absolutely. Almost as unbelievable as you holding the your voice that long, Dean. It was incredible. Just agonizingly close. We'll see it again here. It's a good ball from Conway right onto the chest of Anderson, who just lifts it over Arozarena. Jabang was not concerned. Right place, right time. Just hooks it away from danger. There he is. Jabang saving his team and keeping them in it. You feel certain if the third would have gone in, that would have been the game.
Yeah.
But now, opportunity the other way.
Fortune kind of mishit that one. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. Yeah, it was Jabang that made me hang my voice for a long time, as he stayed with it and ran it down good effort. It's going to be a double change. So Hayes and Cervania.
I'm assuming that's for DaCosta, who's cramping right now pretty bad. Just shows the volume of work that the players have gotten through today. Vegas have dominated possession. It's got to be up in the 70s right now, Dean. Dominated possession, massive pitch. We have not seen Rodrigo DaCosta in the usual areas. We see him making a name for himself today. He's had to be in and around his own box, middle of the park, hurrying, hassling and chasing everything. So nothing less from the substitutes will be required.
So Luis Perez, who has not turned around to see that it's his time to head to the bench. Costa will be the other sub.
Great evening's work from Louis, though. Two great set pieces.
Put your hands together for number 8, Luis Perez.
I think we talked about it. Just if you're going to lose Mikey Maldonado, there's not a better character that you'd want to throw into that position.
Number 6, Ja'Cory Hayes.
Set piece delivery that I was saying was missing from Mikey Maldonado was more than made up for with Louis' left foot today.
Let's hear it for number 16, Rodrigo DaCosta. Restore Hyperwellness sub for NCFC coming in the 86th minute. Number 10, Jaden Cervania.
I think the other thing you could do there, Dean, is when you're bringing off an attacking player like DaCosta, do you throw on a more defensive player in an attacking area to maybe give you more of that impetus and focus? But full credit to Bradford, he's decided to go with an attacking player for an attacking player, and hopefully that will allow him to get that third goal. They'll make a third change, though, it looks like now.
Yeah, because Ezra's down, so I think Shaft Brewer Jr.
We got a sub as well.
Shaft Brewer Jr. breaking out the cowboy hat at the Wednesday night Beyond the Pitch fundraiser event for NCFC Youth, and let me tell you, man, it fit him.
Not many people can pull that off, can they?
No, I can't. I mean, Mark Dry, maybe.
Yeah. Is there anything he can't? Really dangerous player for Las Vegas Lights, Solomon Asante. And they're going to take out Jabang. Wow. Good time ticking. Roll the dice, why not?
Asante.
Oh, no.
14.
Incorrect. Jabang getting different instructions.
Yeah, it's going to be Nigro coming out.
Coming out of the game in the 88th minute, number 33.
I do think we're going to have quite a bit of town properties added time, though.
What are you going with, Dean? I'll let you go first.
I'm going to go 5.
Oh, I think you're going. I'm going higher, Dean.
Yeah.
I'm going 8.
Okay.
I think we could even be more than that. You've got the yellow card for time wasting, a few injuries, stoppages. I mean, this substitution alone is going to take up 5 minutes. There's been 4 separate subs.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Although I think there's a good chance that it could fall at 6 or 7, which, the way I read the rules, that makes me a winner.
It's all in the eyes of the beholder, Dean. Right?
Oh, indeed.
It's not a good one for Ezra Armstrong, though. That ankle. See the spray going on there. Great camera work. That is a real concern. You know, got a long way to go to get over the line today, but beyond today, he's a player that you absolutely need fit and healthy. He's in a hobble all the way around now.
Oh, that's a long ways. That does not look good.
So a lot of attacking players on for Vegas now.
I mean, I seriously would like sit him down and send over some help to get him all the way over here. There's Fortune, 89th minute.
We've gone to what looks like more of a standard back 3 now.
Well, Gondo Conway. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Hartford watching on, praying for a Vegas goal.
The foul. Nine minutes. 9 minutes. Added time brought to you by Town Properties, proud to provide homeowner and condo owner associate management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. You can learn more at townwithaneproperties.com. So 9 minutes. Andrew Tate said 8. That's why he's great. As Armstrong limping all the way around. He's still now just getting to the bench for Las Vegas.
This is a tough one now because Paco Craig's going to have to go off the field for this corner, so they're going to have to defend without the big man. I think he might have got hurt in an untreatable area, Dean, which I think was the frustration Colin Martin was sort of saying the trainer shouldn't have come on. Is he letting him stay on? No, he's got to go off. So down a man on the corner.
All right, fans, let's chant it. Keep it out. Make it loud for this Alpaca opposing corner kick.
So 9 minutes of Town Property added time, and Las Vegas will take this corner with a player advantage. Craig now coming back on. That shot sails over.
The longest 7 minutes of John Bradford's life right here, Dean.
Oh, right.
And the fastest 7 minutes of every Hartford fan's life. This is going to tick down real quick for them. Vegas got every attacking player they can possibly muster on the field. Sante, Pinzone, Bennett, Noel, and Zhao. Not to mention Ngando and the magic he can create.
It truly was a magical ride last year. Late USL League One all the way to the championship game. The luxury of it being here. Because we got bumped out of the broadcast booth for that final, but what a special night for North Carolina FC to win that USL League One title. And now you're starting to get those feelings again, right? Playoff time. It's not going to be an easy click for North Carolina FC as they'll play either Louisville or Charleston. That's not an easy walk.
I don't think they care about that at this point, Dean.
Nope, they do not.
Anything is possible.
And I feel like they've showed that quite a bit this year.
Yep. Nothing to lose.
Far post. Good shield by Shaft Brewer Jr.
And just for the club as a whole, Steve Malik, the owner, Kurt Johnson, all the folks involved in the leadership of the club, just to put a USL Championship team together in such a quick turnaround and then go and compete. And a lot of these players were on the team last year as well, Dean, so Players like Maldonado, Alex Anderson Jr., Rafa Mensingen, Jaden Savania, Mikey Maldonado, to make that jump, compete, more than compete, go and win games and hopefully make the playoff push. And then for Las Vegas, they've had an unbelievable turnaround in points from last season to where they are now, regardless of whether they get the result today. For them to make the playoffs when they didn't have a team almost 2 weeks before the season, to throw a team together, coaches, director of football, and then turn around a rough start to the season to finish where they have. Really impressive stuff from Denis Sanchez, and bodes well for the future. And from what I've seen today, they'll be a real handful in the playoffs.
They will.
Especially at home in Vegas. Really tough place to go. A lot of distractions out there, Dean, I've heard.
A few. Yeah, I asked Dre Fortune about that before the game, and he actually, I believed him as well. He's basically insinuated that he's got a rule of just avoiding the strip. You avoid the strip. And,
yeah, don't look. Don't look. Get your head down.
A little touch over. Danger.
Flags up.
Flags up. Offside. Thank you. So Raheem Summersall, as we send our blessings, I would say, is his family suffered not one but two deaths in the family.
Stepping off the pitch is the NCFC all-competition scoring leader, your number 9.
So it's been a tough few weeks for Raheem Summersall, and now Olex Anderson Jr. getting a round of applause and soaking it in. Not that he likes the spotlight.
Raheem Summersall.
What a shift.
A big hug there from John Bradford. Those two have had some deep, deep conversations.
Oh, wow. Didn't see anything wrong with that from Conway, but oh, he's giving it the other way. Referee made a mistake. He's giving the free kick to North Carolina. But I tell you what, Dean, if he doesn't blow the free for the whistle there, Savania was running through open space going to goal. So a little bit of frustration from the home team, as much as it maybe runs the clock down a little bit as we midway through the 97th minute.
Wow. Town Properties added time.
It's been a goal fest today in USL Championship, Dean. Pittsburgh leading 2-0 against El Paso. What's going on here? Tampa Bay 3-0 up on Indy. Tulsa 2-0 up on Monterey. Rhode Island 5-1 up on Miami.
Craig wins it back. So important right now. Keep possession. Rafa takes a shot. Cervania cleans it up. Hayes over to Martin. Martin's got Conway. Elects to go the other way. Off the head of Rafa. That'll fall to Shaq Brewer Jr. A little surprised they didn't just send it over in the right corners. Now we've got a collision.
Yellow card for Shaq Brewer and Batista.
This means there's going to be more than 9 minutes.
Yeah, Batista just coming through the back of Solomon Asante and clatters him into the midriff of Jaden Savania. Painful one for both players. Batista's 10th yellow card of the season, Dean.
Yeah, that was a silly one. 2-1. Shaq Brewer Jr. Hafferty knocks it out of bounds.
NCFC yellow in added time, number 7, Lamar Batista.
Basically just pushed in the back right there. Got added time here. Fortune brings it back. Noel. Nobody home for that one. And now McGuire. He's got to be careful. McGuire's got the yellow, so he can't take too much time as there's Sanchez in Las Vegas looking on. North Carolina FC desperate to get the whistle here. McGuire now. Off the head of Conway. Looks like the referee's going to give Las Vegas one more chance here. Cervania. Great hustle by Duty. Now Noel. Here's Fortune. Jabang. The lights. With a window. Hafferty. Oh my. Noel hits the scoreboard. That's got to be it, right? That's got to be the indication that it hits the scoreboard. It's time to call this one.
Yeah, we're in the 101st minute. Kind of sums up the evening for Denis Sanchez. It started so well. First 10 minutes dominating possession. Got the opening goal. Had a few more sniffs afterwards, but then two set pieces. Great rearguard response from North Carolina. They fully earned this victory, I think, Dean. I don't think you could say that Vegas deserved anything from the game. They've huffed and puffed, but not had that punch. Kind of similar to last week against Oakland Roots. A lot for them to work on in North Carolina's day, but it's not done yet.
Washington over to Batista. And Batista. How about North Carolina FC? Like a playoff run the entire month, they have punched their ticket to the playoffs with a 2-1 win over Las Vegas.
Yeah, the month of October has been North Carolina's 4 wins out of 5. They were hovering below that playoff line for a long time, but they managed to find a way. What a rearguard performance today. Every man, 4 substitutes, the 11 on the field. Fantastic performance. Really pleased for North Carolina. Both teams, Vegas in the playoffs next week. Best of luck to them.
We're in is the message on the video board. We're going to take a break and come back to wrap things up. Olex Anderson Jr. with the game winner. How about North Carolina FC? They're headed to the USL Championship playoffs with a 2-1 win. Las Vegas Lights will be on the other side. Congrats to both teams. Back to wrap it up in a moment.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo.
But at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
How about North Carolina FC? They needed a win to get into the playoffs, and that's exactly what they got. They also have a new all-time leading goal scorer in Olex Anderson Jr. Dean Linky with Andrew Tate. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up with a special bowl as North Carolina FC gets it done.
Yeah, it didn't start well. And Gando showing his quality, finding Corey Bennett, the Lights' leading goal scorer, and they took full advantage. It was such a positive start from the visitors. They looked in full control, and it was a bit worrying for the home team, to say the least. But then, Luis Perez in that left foot, creating pure quality, picks out Paco Craig, the captain, maybe at fault for the first goal, but he responded brilliantly here to get his team back on level terms. The captain doing what he does best, leading from the front. Then Luis Perez again, this time the header Conway to his strike partner, Olex Anderson Jr. for his 36th goal of his North Carolina career to put them 2-1 in front. And from there, it was the rear guard action. Every man putting in a monumental shift. And there you see the whistle blowing. Anderson Jr. pumping the air. Big 3 points, securing the playoff position. And you see at the possession for Las Vegas, they had so much of the ball. That's what they do. But they couldn't turn it into goals and real chances. I think the home team were fully deserving, Dean.
Indeed. I want to thank Emily Hunter Valencia, as Olex Anderson Jr. recognized for becoming the all-time leading goal scorer. Kyle Lang, our producer, Joe Ferrara, Paul Alexander, Beam, and the rest of the crew. My broadcast partner is Andrew Tate. For each and every one of them and all of you, I'm Dean Linke saying, how about North Carolina FC? They're in the playoffs with a 2-1 win over Las Vegas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.